One Cowboys nugget that I wanted to bring you that I saw from Seth Walder over the weekend. He's an analytics guy for ESPN, does really, really good work. And one of the things that he follows and he stays up on and kind of gives to the masses from a numbers standpoint is how often teams are using motion offensively. Mm-hmm. And this is something that we all got welcomed into the world of pre-snap motion, jet motion, where it's not like, early 2000s, 90s, you have the motion where the quarterback pulls his leg out as he's under center. The wide receiver goes from one side to the other.
Right.
And then it's all standstill, and then we snap the ball. And that's like definitely that's respectable. It is motion. It does force you as a defense to kind of give away what you're doing to an extent. Are you playing man or are you playing zone something? So, but we've now progressed in a way that we all kind of saw the coming out party when Sean McSexton and these guys smacked our Cowboys in the playoffs a few years ago, 2018. We remember that team, that Cowboys team who had a really good defense. It was the year that Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch were actually really good players. And in that game in Los Angeles, that playoff game, it was just, oh my gosh, this is a different brand of football here. They got guys moving all over the place at the snap, and it's confusing. And so Leighton Vander Esch, Jalen Smith, these guys didn't know what was happening. They didn't know where the ball was. They didn't know who had the ball. They didn't know if it was a run. They didn't know if it was a pass. And that was kind of when I think we were all awoken to the fact that, okay, offense is they're starting to change things a little bit. And so that was something that we wanted to start seeing from our offense. We knew we weren't getting that with Jason Garrett, who was playing Amish football and, trying to just go I formation, run it up the middle. Yeah.
Zeke up the middle, obvious downs. It was ridiculous.
So when we got Kellen Moore, and even when we got Mike McCarthy, who's not some new age guy, but he lied to our face, and he's admitted so about watching all the games from the Cowboys that previous season as getting ready to interview for the job. And one of the other things he said was talking about how you got to have these motion, you got to have these jet motions, you got to have motion at the snap, all these different things. So it was exciting. Then he's got Kellen Moore calling the plays, young guy, Boise guy, new age guy. Okay, we're gonna be playing this McSax and Shanahan style brand of football offensively, where no one knows where the ball is until hopefully they've already ended up in the end zone, something like that. And you see the Niners do it plenty. You see the Rams do it plenty. You'll see the Chiefs do it and stuff like that. Well, we all hope the Cowboys would be one of those teams. Sadly, Seth Walder, who is the man for ESPN Analytics, he gave us the graphic. And it shows us motion at the snap on design run plays. The Cowboys are dead last in the sport.
So stupid.
Dead last. There are 31 teams that use motion at the snap on designed run plays.
How do you not do that?
And more than the Cowboys do. And then when you look
so crazy? The Rams with when they went to the Super Bowl the last time, that season that's how they beat the Cowboys in the playoffs. They were doing all this motion before this, and then they just hand the ball up the middle to the running back. And the Cowboys were never ready for it. Mm-hmm. You would think they would learn from that. You would think Kellen would learn from that.
100%. And McCarthy and all these guys, it's on every offensive coach. I'm going to put blame on you, but especially Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy. Mm-hmm. So the Cowboys were dead last this year in motion at the snap on design run plays, according to Seth Walder and ESPN Analytics. Motion at the snap on drop back. So when you're passing the ball, how often are you using motion at the snap? And there were 3 teams, the Jaguars, the Vikings, and the Steelers, that used it less than the Cowboys. Those are not 3 offenses I want to be associated with. The Jaguars, the Vikings, and the Steelers. So that means even like a Jason Garrett offense that wasn't his halfway through the season, but still the Giants, who have scored practically no touchdowns over the last 2 years offensively, they even use a motion at the snap on runs and passes more than the Cowboys do. So it's just one example. We know the Cowboys have plenty of issues, but it's just, the way they describe the Cowboys offense is just static. Defenses are able to just line up against the Cowboys. They can do it with light boxes. They don't have to be afraid at all of the Cowboys' rushing attack, and they pretty much know what is coming. And so there's no eye candy. There's no motion. There's no pre-snap stuff to adjust to. Nothing to stress the defenders, the linebackers. Right. Okay, where's my keys? Where's everything going here? And so it comes down to it's just lacking creativity, and it almost feels lazy at this point.
It is
Why
very
would you
lazy.
not do it? It seems at this point in football that we're all well aware of it. It should be basic it should be elementary level for any of these play callers and offensive designers in the NFL. That should be a staple of everybody's offense.
Okay, so listen to this. This is what's so crazy. Going into the 49ers playoff game, the Cowboys, everybody was talking about how the 49ers really didn't have a good quarterback, but Kyle Shanahan, to his credit, and I told you I can't stand him because he doesn't utilize the running game that he is really good at. They were talking about how creative he was with his running attack, that it wasn't just hand the ball up the middle and, like they were doing with Zeke and Emmitt Smith back in the day. Mm-hmm. They were talking about the creativity and that you don't know the blocking schemes because it's so damn creative with the running plays. This is showing you how terrible Kellen was, knowing that he's trying to have this balanced attack. You got Zeke and Pollard, and then you've got Dak Prescott and these exceptional wide receivers and quality tight ends. And it was balanced. How could you not use pre-snap motion? How could you not use RPOs? How could you not dress it up, disguise it on your running attack? It just doesn't make no sense to me. It's like, wait a minute. And here is what the 49ers were doing. That's how they got as far as they did. Because nobody could figure out exactly how they even had the wide receiver running the ball. Now, look, Kellen Moore did a couple with CeeDee Lamb, but he didn't do enough disguises.
CeeDee Lamb ran the ball like 9 times this year.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It wasn't enough.
No, not near enough.
It's like, okay. And here's what's so wild. What drove me crazy. Tony Pollard told me when I did a pregame interview with him, he said, Kellen Moore's got 100 of these plays. He said when people were, they shouldn't show them that. No, these are called unscouted plays. Early in the season, they show CeeDee Lamb. They shouldn't do that because then you can't surprise anybody in the playoffs. He said Kellen's got 100 plays that they worked on OTAs, training camp, all through the season on Fridays that he hasn't even used yet. So, damn it, why weren't they using them in November and December?
Yeah, that's a frustrating deal.
Very frustrating.
Hopefully the Dolphins are dumb enough to go ahead and make him their head coach. I don't find it overly likely, but hey, I didn't find it likely that the Bengals were going to go to Arrowhead and get the victory. So what do I know?